Hey guys, Ray Burke, Spray Wash Academy. Today wanted to look into the question of whether pre-treating concrete really helps or not. So we recently cleaned this driveway and I had a real easy to photograph section on here, so I could split it right down the middle on an expansion joint and both sides were the same size. On the right hand side that you're seeing, I went and pre-treated that with my typical house mix, same house mix I was washing the property at. The size on the left hand side, I did not pre-treat. We're going to go ahead and just wash it normally unpre-treated. So right hand side was pre-treated. Now it sat on the concrete. It dwelled about 30 minutes while I was washing the house. You can even see a difference in the coloration of this algae. On the right hand side, it's more of a brown color because the bleach mixture, the house wash that I sprayed onto this concrete driveway, has been working on and killing this algal growth. Now keep in mind, I'm in the North Florida area. So much of what I'm getting off of driveways is an algae. It's part of the biofilm. I'm not necessarily getting oils and dirts off, but getting a lot of just actually a living, breathing organism, and the bleach does a great job of knocking it back and killing that. And then we come in here with a pressure washer to rinse it off a little bit. So on the side that I pre-treated, going back there and reviewing the tape, it took me 2 minutes and 30 seconds using my surface cleaner pressure washer for this side that was pre-treated. That doesn't include rinsing, but 2 minutes, 30 seconds for the side that you see me working on right now. I didn't use an incredibly strong mix. Again, same mix that I'm applying to the house, about a 1% by volume SH mix. We're using a 12.5% SH. I applied it with a booster pump and a proportioner, had it set on about 0.75 on the proportioner dial. So I'm coming in at about a 10% by volume or a 1% active SH. So not really a strong mixture. However, I am letting it dwell for a pretty good long while, probably 30, maybe even 40 minutes or so. As you can see, when I started out, it was practically dried up already. Now, whenever I switched over to the other side, the unpretreated side, again, going back and looking at the tape, it took me 3 minutes of time to do that. So you say, well, gosh, Ray, that's not that long, 2.5 minutes versus 3 minutes. Well, keep in mind, this is just a partial little piece of the driveway here that I'm cleaning. And whenever you do the math on that, it actually comes out that I spent 17% less time on the side that I pre-treated. So, worked out over a large driveway or the whole driveway. If it was an hour-long driveway, that would be 17% less time on there. So the time percentage really starts to add up on there. Plus, you'll see that I get a better level of clean on here. That's the other thing that I wanted to discuss. Whenever we get done, and you'll see the results in here, the side that we did not pre-treat, not only did it take longer, but it also frankly just wasn't nearly as clean. You could see stripes, you could still see tannin stains, you could still see biological stuff that didn't get brought up by pressure alone. That's whenever we use the bleach or the SH, sodium hypochlorite, in there. It's helping to kill. It's helping to get a more effective clean on there because we're trying to kill the biological agents that are growing into this concrete. So by pre-treating the driveway, we get a much better clean. And not only was I moving slower, even if I moved much slower, I still was not getting rid of all of these stripes on here in areas. So really, to get it even, you're almost going to have to use something like a biocide or some type of detergent to kill and remove this biological growth that's in there. Also, we'll take a moment to discuss the equipment here while you're watching me do the slower side. I'm using a 19-inch Whisper Wash Classic. That's the 2-nozzle surface cleaner. And then also I am using a 5.6 gallon a minute pressure washer belt drive that's mounted on the truck on this particular rig that I took out that day. Has the 5.6, not an 8 gallon a minute machine. So 5.6 GPM, I believe it's a 3000 PSI pump on this, because again, when I'm cleaning concrete, I'm a lot more interested in flow than I am GPM. So I'd rather have a higher flow, less GPM. 5.6 at 3000 PSI, and again a 19-inch Whisper Wash Classic. And you can see really how much slower I am moving on this side than it was on the other side where I actually pre-treated. Now, through the miracle of just fast editing, I'm going to come in here and rinse this area down. Not using a wand to rinse, just going in here and open ball valve rinsing it. Really speeds up the process whenever you're not swapping out the wands. It's typically our preferred way of rinsing off concrete. Alright, so now let's look at our results. The side that we pre-treated has a much better level of clean where we didn't pre-treat at all. We've got tannin stain still on there. We're under a hickory and oak canopy. They're dropping acorns, they're dropping leaves. We've got striping. I've got some shadows in here. I know it's a little tough to see, but this side of the driveway is much more striped up than the side that I went out there and pre-treated. So not only did I get a better level of clean, I actually got a faster clean too. Remember, I saved 17% in time. So it made a lot of sense to go out there and pre-treat. Afterwards, we went and pre-treated the rest of the driveway, cleaned the rest of this homeowner's driveway for her. Obviously not going to do just a little bit of the driveway. Finished knocking it out. I came back and I post-treated those areas that didn't clean up great. It removed the tannin stains. It removed the striping. However, keep this in mind on post-treating. Most people aren't washing their post-treating off, so that means you're leaving a chemical on the driveway. This could be a problem for people walking around barefoot. It could be a problem for pets. And remember, if you live in a rainy area like in Florida where we'll get these little short 5-minute showers, it could be just enough rain to reactivate your chemical. This could cause a chemical burn, a bleach problem for sensitive people on their feet if they're walking around on their barefoot. So I'm not a big fan of leaving chemical through a post-treat on concrete. Also, if you pre-treat it, you're going to work faster. And if you do post-treat, remember, practice good chemical use and rinse your concrete whenever you're done. That way you won't cause any chemical problems. Hey, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you here at Spray Wash Academy. If we can help you with anything, look at the links in the comment section. You can join Spray Wash Pro. We've got links to helpful information in there. And wash on, everybody.